Why not cross by boat CH017? Changes in the situation. In the brief moment of chaos, Nan Yi had already guessed some of the truth. The entire city of Liju Prefecture held the Shay family in high regard. Even the servants and maidservants of the Shay family were treated well when outside, let alone Shay Ju, who was still in office and held an official position. Just as Prince Lingyan entered the city, Shay Ju was taken away. Seeing how nervous Shay Suan looked, it seemed that Shay Ju was also a member of the Bingchu division. The news had reached the Qi forces so quickly, which meant that there was a problem within the Bingchu division. This aligned perfectly with the information Nan Yi had gathered. Her life had undergone drastic changes ever since she stole Shay Keishan's purse and met Peng Yu. After enduring so many hardships and close calls, she had gained a small but valuable bargaining chip. She intended to use this to gain the trust of the Shay family. Nan Yi glanced at Shay Suan, whose worried eyes followed Shay Ju as he was escorted away. Nan Yi stepped forward and grabbed Shay Suan's hand. 6. Miss, do you know that the plan to assist Prince Lingyan from Tiger Kneeling Mountain was also leaked to the Qi forces? If I hadn't notified Prince Lingyan in time, they would have been captured by the Qi forces. There is definitely a mole among you. Shay Suan was shocked. So our internal affairs have already been like a sieve with holes, and I never noticed. Sister-in-law, how did you know? I have my ways, but it must remain confidential. Shay Suan was silent for a long time, digesting the information. No wonder. That day my elder brother asked me to send all of our assassins to assist, and I got he was making a big deal out of nothing. At that time, my elder brother must have already sensed that there was a mole among us. The mole must have sold out my third uncle to the Qi forces, and they must be trying to get the whereabouts of Prince Lingyan from him. 6. Miss, do you know who has been in contact with this information? Who do you think is the most suspicious? Shay Suan looked at Nan Yi in confusion and shook her head. I only help my elder brother with outside matters. How he made plans and who he told, I never paid attention to. After my elder brother died, the Bingchu division in Liju Prefecture became a headless mess. Fortunately you sent the message, or we wouldn't have been able to bring Prince Lingyan into the city. Every plan has many executors and anyone involved in the process could be a mole. It's hard for me to make a conclusion. Nan Yi furrowed her brow, suddenly realizing that Shay Suan was simple-minded. If she could be mistaken for Yan, wouldn't others also doubt her identity? Would the mole target her? Seeing the anxiety on Nan Yi's face, Shay Suan quickly explained, Sister-in-law, don't worry. Only my elder brother knows about Yan. No one else knows. I told everyone that you are just a widow who doesn't want to die, and your actions were influenced by me. No one will suspect you. Thank you. 6. Miss Nan Yi sighed in relief. Spies and espionage are all about who holds more information. Sister-in-law, now you are in the dark, and we are in the open, so you are the most unexpected trump card. Even if I am exposed, I will keep your identity a secret. Shay Suan's solemn words reassured Nan Yi, but she couldn't help but feel a little uneasy. In times of chaos, she would do anything to protect herself, but she didn't want to owe anyone. Just like Peng Yu, she was moved by his grand ideals, but she wouldn't follow his path. She sent him information mostly because he risked his life to give her a chance, and she had to fulfill the promise she made to him. Now, faced with Shay Suan's sincere and earnest words, Nan Yi couldn't just stand by. Within her safe limits, she still wanted to help, though she didn't know what she could do. 6. Miss, the priority is to rescue my third uncle. Any further plans should not be shared with others until we find the mole. Shay Suan thought for a moment, then decided, I'll ask my father for help. Nan Yi followed Shay Suan to the main hall, Xuanying Hall. On the way there, for some reason, they hardly saw any of the female servants or small attendants. The entire courtyard felt suffused with a cold, oppressive atmosphere. Shay Suan kept her mouth closed and walked ahead while Nan Yi followed closely behind. In such a cold day, she realized with surprise that her back was covered in a thin layer of sweat. A sudden, deep fear welled up in Nan Yi's heart, as if distant events were beginning to be closely related to her. Shay Heng had used his death to complete the first step of the rescue plan and bring Prince Lingyan into Liju Prefecture. He had paved the way for his monarch, escorting him a step further, and now he could finally rest in peace. Liju Prefecture had thus quietly turned into a massive battlefield. The struggle for the life and death of the emperor was about to unfold in this city in the fiercest of battles. And in this crumbling world, where demons roamed the night, how could the light of the candle wait for dawn? Suddenly, Nan Yi looked up and realized that the corridor leading to Xuanying Hall was blocked by Qi soldiers. Just as Shay Suan was about to react, Shay family's insider, Uncle Deng, hurried forward to stop her, fearing she might act impulsively. Uncle Deng led them to a corner and quietly revealed the situation ahead. 6. Miss, Madam, the master-apprentice That Qi envoy are in Xuanying Hall discussing matters. Shay Keishan. What are they discussing that requires so many Qi soldiers to surround the place? Shay Suan glanced from a distance and saw that Xuanying Hall was tightly surrounded by Qi soldiers. Uncle Deng hesitated, glancing at Nan Yi unsure whether to speak since he still saw her as an outsider. Sister-in-law is one of us. Uncle Deng, don't hesitate to speak. Shay Keishan's name was like a taboo in the Shay family, and it felt awkward to mention him. Uncle Deng could only refer to him as he. Third master has been taken away. The master wants him to go to the Qi forces to ask for his release to get third master out, but he demands that the master hand over the family seal and let him take control of the Shay family. Otherwise, the Qi forces will place the blame for third master's crimes on the entire Shay family. How dare he? Shay Suan's tone grew sharper with anger. Uncle Deng sighed, not daring to say more. Nan Yu listened, her heart trembling in fear. Shay Keishan had reached the point where he could control everything. In Xuanying Hall only Shay Jun and Shay Keishan were present. Shay Keishan kneeled before his father, but his aura was still oppressive. He repeated, "Father, please hand over the family seal." Shay Jun, enraged, knocked over the table in front of him. "What right do you have to take control of the Shay family? Father has long been devoted to Buddhism and neglected family matters for years. Now that eldest brother is gone and second sister is married, I am the third in line in the family. According to our seniority, it is only reasonable for me to take control of the Shay family. The Shay family does not recognize you, you ungrateful son. Father opened the ancestral hall and had me trained before the ancestors, so I am a Shay family member." Shay Jun stared at him in disbelief, his face turning red with rage, his hand trembling as he pointed at Shay Keishan. "So you were willing to endure being beaten half to death just to return to the Shay family, all for this moment? You. What unimaginable riches did the Qi forces promise you that you would sacrifice your body and soul to serve them?" Shay Keishan clenched his fist inside his sleeve. "Yes, it's unimaginable wealth. The Qi forces are powerful, and the change in the Central Plains is inevitable. Those who understand the times are the true heroes." Shay Jun, furious, drew his sword and pointed it at Shay Keishan, shameless words. "You traitor. You've tarnished the Shay family's honor." But the sword tip was merely resting against Shay Keishan's neck. Shay Jun's words were harsh, but he couldn't bring himself to strike. Shay Keishan fearlessly stood up, facing the blade. Shay Jun trembled, and took a step back. He looked gravely at his father, benevolence and righteousness. "You speak so much about righteousness and morality, condemn me, and want to skin me alive, but do you really dare to kill me?" Shay Keishan directly grabbed the sword's blade, easily disarming Shay Jun and tossing the sword to the ground. "You don't dare. Because you're afraid of the Qi forces and don't have the strength to resist them. You can only rely on your words and pens, thinking that you can protect your century-old dynasty like that. But the Yu dynasty is doomed, inside and out." Huang Yankun opened the gates of Liju Prefecture to let the Qi forces in. Now, the streets and alleys are filled with their soldiers. Do you still think that Liju Prefecture is under the control of your longing dupe? Wake up, father. Shay Jun was speechless, retreating weakly. "As for my third uncle, I can't protect him. He is a member of the Bingshu division, and the Qi forces won't let him go. But I can promise you that as long as you cooperate, I won't harm anyone else in the Shay family." "Then what if I, or your entire family, are all members of the Bingshu division? Will you kill them all?" "Then you'd better pray that even if you are, I don't find out. What kind of sin have I committed to have birthed such a monster like you?" Shay Keishan smiled, "But now only I, this monster, can protect the Shay family. I risked my life to return to the Shay family, which shows I still value blood ties. When I call you father, it's because I still want to. Don't force me to tear everything apart and make it impossible to undo. I don't care about the lives of the entire family, but you can't afford to take that gamble." After a long silence, Shay Jun staggered and sat down on the messy floor, speechless. He seemed to have aged in an instant, taking out a delicate box from his sleeve and casually tossing it to the ground. Inside was the family seal, handed over so carelessly without any resistance. Shay Keishan cupped his hands, blood dripping onto the floor. "You don't need to go back to Pujizi. I will send you to worship Buddha in the back mountains of Wangshuwu. Even if you escape to the Buddhist temple, you'll have to see for yourself how this world is slowly eroding your teachings and rights."